Okay, I wanted to do a unboxing and review of a retractable garden hose. This one is by HOZEREEL. Here it is out of the box. And I tell you what, it really looks nice. This is like a dark gray or a black with a white face. Nice little handle. And I'm thinking that handle is going to come in handy because I feel like if you buy another bracket, you can install this at multiple locations. Here's the bracket. I'm assuming you could possibly purchase another one of these. There's the hardware. It comes with some anchors and some bolts, um, depending on how you install it. This is a nice heavy duty spray nozzle. Alright, let me go ahead and remove my pre-existing setup. Remove this little bracket off of my siding. And I decided not to mount this directly to my siding like I did before, just so I don't put an unnecessary hole in my siding. Now I'm digging this to about 18 inches because I'm going to put 1.5 feet into the ground, and I cut the boards to 5 feet. They said in the instructions you want it to be at least 4 foot tall for it to retract properly. So these posts, I cut them to 5.5 feet. So 1.5 feet in the ground and 4 foot exposed. I actually happen to have two 4x4s left over from a previous project, so I really wasn't out of pocket for these posts. Got them nice and concreted in place. Go ahead and make sure they're plumb. Make sure you check both sides. The reason I went with two 4x4 posts is because I've been doing a little research and everybody says you can't just use one 4x4 because the bracket is 4 inches wide. So they would not really, the bolts wouldn't really catch to much of the wood if you just did one. Make sure you pre-drill the holes. Now these bolts that came with the product are Phillips head, which I thought was kind of odd. You don't really see that for bolts, but everybody typically has a Phillips head bit laying around, so that's probably good news for most people. Alright, all mounted up, and this product, it literally just sits in place on that bracket. So like I said, you can get you another bracket and post or mount it somewhere else. So you're not fixed just to one location, which I think is very convenient. Alright, you attach the hose to the side here and then obviously to the spigot. Here I am attaching the nozzle. go ahead and try this out for the first time. So I ended up getting the 5/8 version of the hose, so it's probably a little bigger than most people will get, and it's 100 foot long. Everything seems to be operating very smooth. Now here I am all the way out that 100 feet. And I'm noticing that it's easier if you just walk up to the product and kind of give it a little tug and then help guide it in. But I tell you what, that's it. Very compact. I really like this product. The links to purchase this on Amazon is in the description.